Welcome back. Today we are going to look at how to configure this Breville Oracle Touch. Now there is some initial configuration you have to do when you buy your machine, and you'll have to go through this initial configuration and then you'll be ready to use the machine. So let's have a closer look and see how to configure this machine before the first use. So first thing is to plug in your machine. It is recommended to have some water in the water tank. If not, so let me just plug in, and then we are ready to switch on. And after you've plugged in your power cord, you're ready to switch on for the first time. You hear that music? You could adjust the volume up or down. It's in the menu. So first thing, let's see how to configure the machine. It will take few minutes for the power button to stop blinking. That means the machine is ready for use. But let's have a closer look here. Okay, welcome to Cafe Quality at Home. So just few steps to configure your Oracle before your first use. Start. So the first thing is choose the language. For me it's English, either degree centigrade. I'm gonna choose the Fahrenheit. So I press save, and then you set the time and the date, and today is 19th August, so I put 19 August 2023, and the time is 4, it's PM, 4:54. So 4:55 p.m. and save. So first thing, it tells me to install the bean hopper. So to install the bean hopper, first thing is you need to look at the lock position and the unlock position. So you have to twist to lock and unlock. So here we go. So straight to you or to the power button till it goes in. If it doesn't goes in, that means you didn't put it straight. Just twist it till you get aligned, and all you have to do is just lock it. It shows me to turn clockwise till you hear the click. So that's all you do to lock. We can continue to the next step, and then it says fill in the hopper with freshly roasted coffee beans. Okay, that should be good, and then you can close the lid. Okay, so we are done with this step, so click next. Accessories checklist, and I already have the filter baskets, which are single and double, with the portafilter, the water hardness strip. So that's a filter holder, which is your water filter, which I already have. Once you're ready, click next. Now it says rinse the water tank before you use it for the first time. So unlock and remove the water tank at the back of the machine. Wash the tank with soap water, portafilter and basket with cold water. So we are here at the back of the machine. So to remove the water tank, just unlock it. That is this is the first step, and now you can put your hand in and then remove the tank. So I'm gonna clean it and bring it back. So I've cleaned my water tank, the portafilter and the two filter baskets, so it's all ready to use. And let's go to the next step. So next step is to check the water hardness. You get that little strip and you can dip it in the water to see whether your water is hard or soft. So all you have to do is take out the strip, dip it in cold water for 1 second, remove and wait for a minute, and it will show you a colorful result which looks like this. So whatever result that you get, just choose the picture that you got. Okay, in my case it is soft, so very close to soft. I'll choose that and save it. Now the next thing is install the water filter. So it shows my water hardness test result, which is soft. it says the risk of mineral scale buildup in your Oracle Touch is low, so descale and filter change reminders will be less frequent. Would you like to install the filter anyway? So here we are talking about the water filter. So here we are talking about the water filter. This is the new water filter, and it has some numbers here. So let's say this month is August. So I'm gonna change 3 months from now. So I'll set it at that date. Let's say I'm changing next at December. So I set it at 12, so that whenever I check the water filter, I know I have to change in December. And now we are ready to install. This is just the holder. So to remove the holder, you press here in both ends and it will come off, and you could insert any direction, doesn't really matter, and it flushes in nicely. And then take the bottom half and lock it in. That's it. So now you could install it inside the water filter. We have that silver mesh, so that's where it goes sidewise, and you'll have to press a bit or apply a bit of pressure. That should be good. It's sitting fine. That's it. Now Breville says if your water hardness is soft, you don't need to install this filter. You can use the water tank or use the water without using the filter. But if your water test shows there is some level of hardness, then it's highly recommended to install this water filter. So even if your water test shows soft, I would say it's recommended to use the filter. So nothing wrong, it will just filter your water again, that's all. And I use filtered water, which I bought it from Amazon. It gives a very tasty water, and the water is soft, but I'm still using the filter. I use it in my Barista Pro, I use it in my Barista Express, and I'm used to that. Now I can fill the water back and install it back in the machine. So here I filled water halfway through, and here you can see a floater which indicate whether the water is very low or not. We see the same disc, that black disc, in your Barista Pro also, so we have it here as well. So here I install the water tank back with the water in it. Now just a note, you don't have to fill the water. You could fill at the front, which is right here. All you do is just push it and you could pour the water directly there. And we have an indicator there at the bottom there, which shows the current water level. The good thing about this machine is it has that little white lamp which shows you the espresso flow, the water tank level, which is really convenient. And back to the wizard. So in my case, I installed the filter, so it shows me how to install. This is exactly the way I followed that I showed you. Take out the clip and stick in the filter and insert it back to that silver mesh. Now the next thing is flush. Purge will clean your machine, which is just a quick clean, but that is dispensing the water through the portafilter area, the spout, and the steam. So before you begin, you could install a cup if you like. That will avoid all the splash to the body. Here I have a glass container, so I'll use it here, and then press the purge button. So that's through the hot water spout. And now it's through the group head or the shower screen. And now it's using the steam wand purge. I think that's it. You're all ready. Now this is what it says: your Oracle Touch is now ready. Okay, now you could select this guide, which is built in here in this machine, or you could use the user manual, one of those. So let's go through this quickly. Guide. So it's basically saying this is the grind dial, this is the bean hopper, this is the group head, water spout, steam wand, and then we have the portafilter, the grind collar, and the grind dial. That's the last thing. So you could go through the tutorial by pressing this button. Now it will give you a step-by-step guide on making your first coffee. Okay. First thing first, fresh is the best. Now this is really important, especially to make this modern third wave coffee. You need the freshest bean possible and high quality bean possible. So you have to look at the roasted date, which is stamped on your coffee bean pack. If it doesn't have, that means it's not from a local roaster. Usually when you buy from a store, you don't have that roasted on date, you'll only have the expiry date. So this is something to keep in mind. If you are not getting a proper espresso, that means you are not using the freshly roasted beans. Now I've repeated this many times in most of my videos, so keep that in mind. This is really important. And here it says there's a tip for best results: use coffee roasted within 14 days. Wow. Okay, what normally I follow is from the roasted date I wait for 3 days, and then from the third day I count 2 to 3 weeks maximum. And it is important to use it not more than 3 weeks. You have to consume within 3 weeks, so buy only the quantity required for 3 weeks. And then it says add freshly roasted coffee beans in the hopper. I already added. Now add some water in your tank, which I already did. So next, so let's start. Let's make a latte. Start with a latte. It lets you try more features of your oracle. So let's begin here. Latte. Now place your cup under the hot water spout in the middle of the drip tray. Now there's a tip: preheating the cup before the extraction makes for hotter coffee. Some people prefer hot coffee, so that is a tip. Now you could preheat your cup many ways, either run hot water through the hot water spout or through the group head, doesn't matter. And I'm ready to make coffee. So next step, now preheat your cup, press the hot water. This will preheat your cup, and it says make sure it is under the hot water spout, which is right in the middle. And then I press the hot water here. So I can stop anytime by pressing that button again. So the water is really warm and my cup is warm. So I'm going to discard this water. Now that my cup is warm, I can go to the next step. Place a portafilter into the grind collar. So take your portafilter. Do not forget to put your filter basket, which is really important. And that's it. Now place it here. So here it shows insert. Let me show you close up. So here it shows insert here, and place it here to the turn to the right to start. So first thing first, insert it, and I place it here. So once I've done that, it even shows me what exactly to be done. I've done that. Next, to start, press the grind or rotate the portafilter to the right. Either of them will work. Now my grind size, it's grayed out, it's set 24, which is the default. I don't know if you can see here, there's a number here, 24, which is the default number. So either I could press that button or turn the dial to the right. So let me use the second option. That's it. So the grinder has dispensed, and then the other sound that you heard at the end is it distributes the coffee grinds, and then it tamps it. That means it does all three in one go. That means it grinds, it distributes, and it tamps, 3 in 1. And here it says now you can take it out and lock it in your group head. So to remove, the same way, just take it out and look at this. I hope you can see. So it distributed, it tamped. It's 22 grams basket, so that's a lot of beans in it. And now it says just lock it in your group head. So this is where it shows insert. I hope you can see that. So this is where you plug in, insert, and then lock. Now it will be tighter, but don't be shy, lock all the way. This is where it locks. Now we have done this step. Next, now it says ideally the pour should start between 8 to 12 seconds, which they are talking about pre-infusion, that is soaking the beans, and then it will be in full pressure. So here there's a tip: watch the brew clock and not the time. So it shows the time. The espresso first drops from the spout. Okay, so from the first drop you look at the clock, and that's how you know the extraction time. Next, now place an empty cup and place it under the portafilter and press brew button to start. As you know, this doesn't have any other button other than the power button, so this is where I press to start the brew process. So let's begin. Now before I begin, just a heads up, I'm not using freshly roasted beans. That's a store-bought coffee beans which I bought more than 5 months old. Unfortunately, I don't have any other freshly roasted beans. I run out of beans, but this is a good time to test how good the machine is. Now I'm not dialing in the grind size, but I'm setting it at the default 24 grind size, which is the default for this machine. I'm not gonna touch anything. I just want to see how this performs out of the box. Now let's begin. So I'm going to press the brew button, and it shows the brewing time there. So 8 to 12 seconds. Yeah, at the 8th second I see the pour. Now obviously I don't like that espresso. The flow is too quick. Like I mentioned, it's a stale bean. So it took 25 seconds. That's what I read there. And it says your coffee is ready. Now here's a good tip which it shows. Okay, when did the spout start? Is it before 8 seconds? I would say yes. 7th second, I would say accurately. So that means it's too fast. 8 to 12 seconds, it's balanced. And look at the flow of the espresso. Mine was something like this. If you have noticed, it was too fast. And then the balance should look like a melted honey pouring to your cup. The too slow, which is over extracted, it will be too slow. That means you'll see drops, drop by drop. That means the flow of the espresso started after 12 seconds, which is, or the water was struggling to come through the espresso puck. Anyway, I wouldn't be drinking this, but let's have a look. This is the first cup of espresso. Now you would notice that the crema is less because the flow of the espresso was too fast. Now I did make an espresso using the same beans, exactly the beans that I use today. On the Barista Pro, I have to dial it at 1, the grind size, all the way down to 1, which is the finest setting, and it still gave me a fast flow. Now this one at 24 grind size, it gave me a better flow, I think, compared to the other one. The other one was really bad. So I really liked the guided number pictorial. It shows everything on your screen, which really gives you how to make a balanced, perfect espresso. Now, as you know, this does not have a pressure gauge like the Barista Express. So this is how you identify whether you made a nice cup of espresso with proper 9 bar pressure. So you should get the balanced flow. That means look for your first drop between 8 to 12 seconds. Let's go next. Now empty your portafilter. Like I said, it came with the knock box. So I'm not gonna show you that. You just take out the portafilter and empty it. And now the milk frothing, the next interesting subject. So here it says to froth milk, take the Breville pitcher and then pour fresh cold milk and cold jug. Even the jug should be cold. It's preferred because that will give more time for the milk to froth and bubble up using the micro bubbles. So if you use a warm cup or warm milk, it won't get enough time to froth the milk. That's all it means. Next. Now lift the steam wand and lower into the jug. Okay, we'll do that. Before that, it shows that the green line that is just below the spout, somewhere there, that should be the level. So let's do that and this step together. So here I have my milk jug. So I'll be pouring just below the spout. That should be good. So you could see that it's just below the spout. And then you lift the steam wand and insert the milk pitcher and then just leave it there. And now click next and press the green button to start frothing the milk. It says 150 degrees. Let's begin. It shows frothing and the current temperature, which is 68-70 in Fahrenheit. So the good thing about this machine is you don't have to use your hands. It's hands-free. It will froth automatically. It's almost reaching 100. This is really quick. And the target is 150. So the milk is slowly rising up, almost reaching the desired temperature. That's 150 and it stopped automatically. It says it's ready. So let's have a look at it. And it shows a tip to clean the steam wand. Carefully lift up the steam wand, take the jug out, and then use a wet cloth. I usually use a wet cloth just to wipe nicely. Even the underneath here. And then it will do the auto purge. All you have to do is place it back. That's a great feature. Now let's click next and enjoy your latte. That's what it says. So let's begin. So let's see, let's make a latte out of this. The milk froth looks okay. I'm not gonna drink this, but for the sake of the video, let me finish it. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, I wasn't sure about the frothing, but managed to get some latte art. It's a tiny tulip. So the texture of the milk, it doesn't, I initially thought it's not that great, but it did a good job. I'm able to pour latte art, so that means it has that nice microphone, or the micro bubble, whatever you call. So you could adjust the froth level, whether to make it more bigger bubbles or smaller bubbles, more to stretch the milk more or less. So all these settings can be done here. Now that's it. Enjoy your coffee. That's what it says. So I close. Now it gave me back to the main menu. This is the default menu that you get every time you switch on the machine. From now you are done with the initial configuration. So here I can make espresso drink, Americano, latte, flat white, cappuccino, hot water for your tea, or add a new drink for your choice. So all this can be done here. Now there is an eye where it gives you that help, all the guide which is inbuilt in this machine, so you could watch that if you like, step by step coffee tutorial, coffee extraction guide, tips and technique. You won't go through it. And the other button is the setting, where you can change the setting, the quick start guide, the auto start. You could set a timer to start the machine in the morning automatically, so that you don't wait till the machine gets warmed up. You could set the time and date. If you have set it wrong, you can change it. The language, units, the clean cycle, which is important, that is cleaning the group head and the upper component, or basically the back flush. Then the descale cycle, which is again really important, that is the inner component including your boilers to be cleaned. The brew temperature, you could set that. The default milk temperature, you could adjust those. The water hardness, which we just saw, the auto off, you can set that as well to switch off automatically. The screen brightness, you can reduce, increase. The work light brightness, the sound volume, if you like the music to be louder, you could do that. The demonstration mode, and you could do the factory reset. If you are messed up with some numbers, you want to go back to the factory default, just press that button. And let's see the demonstration mode. So this is like a screensaver. Enable on-screen Oracle demonstration sequence. Let's start. So it shows that little video. So this feature, you could switch it on if when you have visitors, you could just leave it on and it will have like a nice movie on your TV screen. So, and it keeps repeating, and so you could go back and then, yeah, you're all good there, and back to your main menu. I hope you enjoyed today's video, that is the initial configuration of the Breville Oracle Touch, and I'll be going through a lot of stuff regarding this machine. whether this is a good buy for your home use or not, how to descale, how to use the clean cycle, how to make a nice espresso, that is dialing in a nice cup of espresso when you buy new beans, how to dial in properly. So all those things we will cover, and we will see more about the features and all the functionality that this machine brings to you. So we will go through it. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, because I'll be posting more videos related to Breville, all these fancy Breville machines. And if you have a Breville machine, make sure you subscribe to this channel. So stay tuned, guys. If you like this video, please hit that like button. That helps me with the algorithm of YouTube. So stay tuned and see you guys next time. Bye for now.